Very short, simple concept. I think there's going to be a string of videos which are pretty much set in this room with me just having woke up, because there's a few ideas I'd like to communicate. One of which is that we have been tamed. The lethargy, the uneasiness, the confusion, perhaps the self-doubt and depression, the aimlessness, even the disenfranchisement with humanity in general, I believe, comes about due to the fact that we are violating or have been convinced that we need to restrain our integrity, that we can't just go, that we can't be wild. We are scared of breaking things. We need to divert our attention to other problems, like paying rent, like worrying about what other people think. I feel that I don't need to sleep. I was up till very late last night and then woke up early this morning. I don't want to lie in bed drifting. I'm engaged, I'm excited. I want to exercise. I want to eat well. I want to communicate. I'm inspired to explore, to research, to study. I'm fascinated by what's out my front door. If we have enough social constraints, what's out the front door becomes unnavigable, because we have to go through all these social customs and we have these expectations, and it's all bullshit. It all suffocates our vitality, that wilderness, that seeking, that excitement, that danger, that curiosity, that wonder. That is what we should be going. And as soon as we start to feel detached from the world, hesitant, reluctant, burdened, I reckon whatever it is that's holding us down is not as important as the vitality, inspiration, beauty, and love that flows from freedom and from wilderness. I mean, it's a big call because it's a general statement, but I'd say let go of whatever it is that you are obliged to, that is limiting you. Just don't do it. Just don't. Just stop paying rent. Just leave the job. Just, if you have to have an intricate, complicated, convoluted engagement with certain people all the time that brings you down into frustration or self-doubt, just stop engaging. You don't even have to explain it anymore. We don't have to make it okay in other people's understandings, because so many people are also holding on to those obligations and trying to make it sense, but they don't always make sense because the dense place that we are embedded into is not made of sense. It's made of insanity and fear and contradictions. It's an abhorrent imbalance. So don't try and make it make sense. I love that saying that, was it to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society is no measure of health? Yeah. Come back to those simple indicators of lightness, of power, of certainty, of excitement, of energy, of love. Navigate by those. Go where there is light, where there is enthusiasm, where there is revitalization. And if you're embedded in things which are draining your very life, what else matters? If you're going to be stuck there under a carpet of fuzziness and not really engaged in anything, it's all just a facade. It's all just a play, trying to pretend to others that you too, taking part and doing it. You don't have to take part. We have to take it apart. We don't have to hold it up. We don't have to be good citizens. We don't have to reassure each other constantly that things are okay, because they're not. So do what feels like in that core source, like that molten lava, that vitality, that dragon, that flame, that wilderness, that open thinness where all of the walls of the usual containers that you sit within start to thin out like a membrane that's going gooey and about to dissolve. It's liberating and scary, but it's more natural than I think we allow ourselves to admit. Find your wilderness. Do it.